morning, ma'am. Good morning, classmates. We are the group 14. We are going to report module 14 entitled Climate Change. So now, let's proceed to the introduction. This module entitled Special Issues in Science, Technology, and Society is about the climate change. Factors that contribute to climate change can be natural internal process, external process, and persistent anthropogenic changes in the composition of the atmosphere or in land use. It can also be due to natural occurrences or contributed by acts of human beings. So now let's proceed to objectives. At the end of this lesson, students should be able to 1. Identify the causes of climate changes. Number 2. Understand the effect of climate change on the society. Number 3. Illustrate how community helps in mitigating the hazard caused by climate change. So now we have climate change. So what is climate change? It refers to the statistically significant changes in climate for continuously period of time. It can also be due to natural occurrences or contributed by acts of human beings. A long-term weather pattern prevailing over a given area of the planet. It comes from Greek word Kilnian, meaning to slope. It evolved into klima, kanat, a zone, region of the world. So, ang climate change ay ang pagbabago ng klima o panahon dahil sa pagtaas ng greenhouse gases na nagpapainit ng ating mundo. Sa ating mundo, nagdudulot ito ng mga sakuna kagaya ng heatwave, baha at tagtuyot na maaaring magdulot ng pagkasakit o pagkamatay ng tao. So, now, let's proceed to the Earth movement around the sun. So, Earth movement around the sun, it is the Earth, it's like spinning top or trompo, turning and wobbling in its paths. So, Earth spins around its axis, just a top spins around its spindle. This is spinning movement, it's called Earth rotation. At the same time, the Earth spins on its axis. It also orbits or revolves around the sun. The movement, it's called revolution. So now the Earth shows two types of motion. So we have rotation and revolution. So the Earth spins around an imaginary line running through the center of Earth from the North Pole and South Pole. So it's called axis. So how the Earth moves around the sun. So the Earth moves two ways. It spins and it moves around the sun. The spinning of the Earth, it's called rotation. It takes around about 24 hours or 1 day to make one complete rotation. So now let's proceed to the elements in the interaction between sun and the Earth.
Elements in the interaction between Sun and the Earth. Aphelion, the point in the orbit of the Earth farthest from the Sun. The distance of aphelion between the Earth and the Sun is 94.5 million miles. Aphelion point is 2 weeks after the June solstice when the northern hemisphere is enjoying the summer months. 2. Perihelion, point in the orbit of the Earth closest to the Sun. It comes from the Greek roots peri means near and helios means sun. Perihelion is about 2 weeks after the December solstice when it is winter in the northern hemisphere. Ito po yung pinagkaiba ng aphelion at perihelion. Ang aphelion po is summer. Ang perihelion is winter. Number 3. Earth's axial tilt, inclination angle of the Earth's rotational axis and perpendicular to its orbital plane. It is also known as the obliquity of the ecliptics. The sun shines on different latitudes and different angles throughout the year. So that Earth axial tilt causes the seasons. In our solar system, Uranus has the largest axial tilt. Number 4. Precession, change of the orientation of the axis of the Earth. It was the third discovered motion on the Earth. It is caused by the gravitational influence of the Sun and the Moon acting on Earth's equatorial bulge, affecting its rotation.
5. Equinox. Time the Sun at noon is directly over the equator. It happens twice a year and causes an equal length of day and night. An equinox is an event in which a planet's subsolar points passes through its equator. The equinoxes are the only time when both the northern and southern hemisphere experience truly equal amounts of daytime and nighttime. An equinox is an event in which a planet's subsolar point passes through its equator. Number 6. Solstice happens when the Sun at noon is above the Tropic of Cancer or Tropic of Capricorn. The summer solstice has the longest period of daylight, and the winter solstice has the shortest period. Solstice occurs because Earth's axis of rotation is tilted about 23.4 degrees relative to Earth's orbit around the Sun. This tilt drives our planet's seasons as the northern and southern hemispheres get unequal amounts of sunlight over the course of a year. Number 7. Precession of the equinoxes. Motion of the equinoxes relative to the rotation of the Earth. The precession of the equinoxes, sometimes simply called precession, is a movement of the celestial equator, the projection of the Earth's equator into space with respect to the fixed star, and the ecliptic, the path of the Sun's motion in space as viewed from the Earth.
So let's proceed to the next topic, which is the causes of climate change. Number 1 is natural causes.
Cause of climate change. Number 1. Natural causes. Volcanic eruption is when lava and gas are released from volcano, sometimes explosively. Ang pinakamapanganib na uri ng pagsabog ay tinatawag ng glowing avalanche, na kung saan ay kapag ang bagong sumabog na magma ay dumaloy pababa sa mga gilid ng bulkan. Maaari silang maglakbay ng mabilis at umabot sa temperatura na hanggang 1,000 degrees Fahrenheit. What causes volcanic eruption? Ang mga bulkan ay sumasabog kapag ang tinunaw na bato, tinawag na magma, ay tumaas sa ibabaw. Nabubuo ang magma kapag natunaw ang mantel ng lupa. Maaring nangyari ang pagkatunaw kung saan hinihiwalay ang mga tectonic plate o kung saan itinutulak pababa ang isang plate sa ilalim ng isa pa. Ang magma ay mas magaan kaysa sa bato, kaya tumataas patungo sa ibabaw ng Earth. Orbital changes for Earth's orbit. Orbital changes. The Earth has natural warming and cooling periods caused Milankovitch cycles or variation in the tilt and or orbit of the Sun around the Sun. Example: wobble, roll, and stretch theory. Volcanic activity during a volcanic eruption. Carbon dioxide is released into the atmosphere. What cause of orbital changes? Ang mga pagbabago sa orbit ng Earth sa paligid ng araw at mga pagbabago sa pagtabingi at pag-alog ng axis ng Earth ay maaaring humantong sa paglamig o pag-init ng klima ng Earth. Dahil binabago nito ang dami ng enerhiya na natatanggap ng ating planeta mula sa araw. The carbon dioxide theory is added when power and heat are produced by burning coal or oil and other fossil fuels. The carbon dioxide theory states that as the amount of carbon dioxide increases, the atmosphere becomes opaque over a larger frequency interval. The outgoing radiation is trapped more effectively near the Earth's surface and the temperature rises. What cause of orbital changes? Ang pagkasunog ng mga fossil fuel ay nagbabago sa klima ng higit sa anumang iba pa. Aktibidad ng tao. Carbon dioxide ang mga aktibidad ng tao ay kasalukuyan naglalabas ng mahigit 30 bilyong tonelada ng carbon dioxide sa atmosfera bawat taon.
Human activities that contribute to climate change by causing changes in Earth's atmosphere in the amounts of greenhouse gases, aerosols, and cloudiness. The largest known contributes come from the burning of fossils, which releases carbon dioxide gas to the atmosphere. Dahil sa mga ginagawa ng tao katulad ng pagsusunog ng mga plastik at kung ano pa, mga bagay at gawain na nakakasira sa ating environment kaya nagkakaroon ng pagbabago sa ating klima na kung saan nasisira natin kung ano ang pinakamalagang meron tayo, ang kalikasan. Oo, may mga nadudulot sa atin ang mga gawain at napapakinabangan din natin ang mga ito. Katulad ng mga factories, mga paggawaan ng pagkain at katulad din ng pagpuputol ng kahoy na kung saan pagpapatayuan natin ng ating tahanan. Mga bagay nating mapapakinabangan ngunit nakakasira naman sa ating kalikasan. Greenhouse gases, which means are gases in the Earth's atmosphere that trap heat. During the day, the sun shines through the atmosphere, warming the Earth's surface. At night, Earth's surface cools, releasing heat back into the air. But some of the heat is trapped by the greenhouse gases in the atmosphere. Dahil sa greenhouse na pamanitili ang init sa ating mundo na kung saan kailangan natin ito para mabuhay. Dahil kung wala ito, malamig ang ating mundo at hindi tayo mabubuhay sa mundong ito. Napakalaking tulong nito upang tayo ay mabuhay ng masagana sa araw-araw. There are 4 principal greenhouse gases. Number 1 is CO2, which is an element that founds all over the world and every living thing. Oxygen is another element that's in the air we breathe. That this is so important sa ating pamumuhay na kung saan malayo tayong nakakahinga kahit sa sulok ng mundo pa yan. We breathe by carbon dioxide. Number 2 is CH2. It stands for methane, is the simplest member of the paraffin series of hydrocarbons and is among the most potent of the greenhouse gases. Its chemical formula is CH4, methane cycle. Number 3 is N20, that it is about nitrous oxide, is a colorless gas that is commonly used for sedation and pain relief, but is also used by people to feel intoxicated or high. Lastly, halocarbons are most man-made chemicals used in a range of applications over the past century. Halocarbons comprise a wide range of gases. Deforestation. Deforestation, which means the clearing or thinning of forest by humans. Deforestation represents one of the largest issues in global land use. Estimates of deforestation traditionally are based on the area of forest cleared for human use, including removal of the trees for wood products and for croplands and grazing lands. Mapapakinabangan nga natin ang mga lupa sa pamamagitan ng pagtatayo ng mga gusali, mga planta at mga iba pang maaari nating itayo sa ating tinanggalan ng puno. Ngunit ito naman ay nakakasira sa ating kalikasan. Dahilan ito sa pagbabago ng klima sa ating mundo. Deforestation. Illegal logging is the harvesting, processing, transporting, buying, or selling of timber in contravention of national and international laws. It has a devastating impact on some of the world's most valuable remaining forests and on the people who live in them and rely on the resources that forests provide. Isa din ito sa problema ng ating kalikasan. na kung saan dahil dito mas mapapabilis ang pagkasira sa ating environment. Mga gawaing napapakinabangan ng mga tao, ngunit pagdating ng araw, tayo din ay magsisisi dahil sa panitira na ating ginagawa. Hanggat andyan pahalagahan, dahil kung tuluyan na nating nasira ay depende na lang kung ito ay maibabalik pa natin.
Greenhouse gases. Gases in the atmosphere trap the heat of the sun. These are certain gases that naturally capture the heat from the sun and hold it in so that the temperature of the Earth's atmosphere becomes hotter. Greenhouse effect. This mechanism is good for the biosphere because without it, the Earth's atmosphere would be like that of Mars or Antarctica, extremely cold. Ang mga gas sa atmosphere ay bumibitag sa init ng araw. Ito ay ilang mga gas na natural na kumukuha ng init mula sa araw at humawak dito upang ang temperatura ng atmosphere ng Earth ay nagiging mas mainit. Greenhouse effect. Ang mekanismong ito ay mabuti para sa iyong biosphere dahil pag wala ito, ang kapaligiran ng Earth ay magiging katulad ng sa Mars o Antarctica na sobrang lamig.